Welcome friends, to this video we're going to be talking about 1-point perspective. In future videos I'll talk about 2- and 3-point perspective, but in this video let's keep it simple and just talk about 1-point perspective. There are a few areas in which you need to know in order to draw in 1-point perspective. The first is the horizon line. The horizon line can often be confused with the separation between land and sky. And sometimes it can be, but mostly the horizon line is referring to your line of sight. In order to consider your horizon line, basically what you need to do is put your hand directly level in front of you and look straight out, and that will be your line of sight. Now, if you're sitting down, it's going to be different than if you're standing or if you're on a higher plane. So it's going to be straight out. That is the horizon line. Next, two areas which kind of go together is the vanishing point and the 1-point perspective. So the 1-point perspective is when you are looking straight at an object and the object is looking straight back at you. You are not seeing any side planes, top or bottom planes. Those are hidden and going back straight to the horizon line to that one vanishing point. So in order to illustrate this, let's go ahead and draw it. What I have here is Procreate on the iPad, and it has a built-in perspective tool. You can also do this with a ruler if you want to do it on paper. So if you come up here to the wrench and you come down to edit, turn on drawing guide and then edit drawing guide, there's an option down here called perspective. And what you can do is tap on the screen, and this gives you an option to create a one vanishing point and horizon line. Now you can do other features that we'll get to in other videos, like create another vanishing point or even make it a vertical horizon line. But for the simplicity, let's just keep it at one vanishing point and a single horizon line. And we can move it up and down to make our composition a little more interesting, maybe the bottom third, maybe the top third. So that's essentially where you are looking straight ahead. So let's go ahead and do that. There's also this assisted drawing, which will allow you to snap your lines to the vanishing point, essentially like a ruler. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and draw a square on the horizon line. Now I drew the square pretty much in the center. We can move this square around as long as it's somewhere in this center cone of your vision. So if it goes outside, for example, way over here on the side or down here in the below where you start to see the side plane or the top plane, then it becomes a 2- or 3-point perspective. So generally it's going to be right here in the center on the horizon, and you won't see the other planes. Now, what we can do to kind of imagine if this was transparent is we'll go ahead and draw some dotted lines of the additional planes behind the cube. So now you can imagine where those lines are. So the vanishing point is where all of those planes converge on the horizon. So then if we move these planes from the corners, you can see that it will converge directly on the vanishing point. So that is a simple basic tutorial of how a 1-point perspective works. And if you're interested in a 2- or 3-point perspective, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on those. I'll be making those very soon, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. See you next time.